Yo, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Nerd Related
Welcome,
Podcast.
welcome, welcome.
Got your boy here, Raymond Johnson. We got sexy ass Brian right there. What more can you guys want? You know what I'm saying? Got my hair all natural. I ain't got a hat on today.
Mm,
You know, Brian
mm.
don't like it.
I don't dislike it, but
hey, it's washed and brushed. All right, so y'all got that, okay?
man, that looks brushed, y'all. That looks brushed to
I got so much hair, dog. You don't get nowhere to go.
you.
I gotta get a cut. My son came to me. He's like, "Dad, we need haircuts." I was like,
uh,
"Boy, you're right."
Junie, I agree.
He's like, "Dad, my hair started." He's like, my hair started to touch my ear, Dad. What you doing?" I was like, "I'm sorry," but he was mad at me. Like, "Hey, what you doing, Dad?"
I agree with Junie wholeheartedly.
So what's been
How's the
going on?
weekend, man? Big long weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Ooh,
Yeah,
Stitch.
I've been. My daughter's addicted to Stitch. I've never even seen the movie, but
You
uh,
never seen Lilo and Stitch?
no, I've been watching it now. Like, look, my daughter likes my little baby. She be watching it. Like, my girl puts on to calm down. So I've seen like halfway through 100 times now. But I've never watched it. I've never seen it. But I cooked out just a little bit, dude. I did not want to get. I don't know what happened to me. Like yesterday, my girls like, we're gonna cook out just us and stuff. I was like, yeah, sure. And dude, but I don't. I fell asleep again. I woke up. She was pissed off. She started trying to start the grill, get all the food together and shit. And I'm like half waking up. I get out there. She's like, I don't need you. I don't need your help. I'm like, all right. Then I
I
go
do it
outside.
myself, slug.
Then I go outside. She's like, I can't get the grill started. I'm about to just quit. I'm like, just give me a second, man. Let me get my shit together. Let me
I'd
get
have been
about
like, I thought you don't need me.
like every time she says she don't need me, look like she do need me. But
Man,
yeah,
you look like the type that puts lighter fluid on the charcoal right before you put the food on, and everything tastes like straight lighter
no,
fluid.
no, you gotta
Be
let the
like, is these
coals
out of
sit for a
cheddar?
little
This
bit.
tastes like lighter fluid.
No, I know the man to grill. All right, just like I know how to take care of a good head of hair.
Oh
Right?
damn! Don't ever invite me to no cookouts, fam. I don't even want to
Hey, you
go.
made my cooking before. You never went home,
No,
kicked
no, it's
yourself
good.
up.
It's good, y'all. Don't let me convince you otherwise.
Hey, I don't look like this for no reason.
Ooh.
Well, how about you, B? How you been?
I took Friday off, much needed extra day. So I had a 4 day
Ooh.
weekend, dude. Friday. So I have it in my head that I want new couches. My couches are not old. Like I bought some modular couches. They're cool, but I just feel like they ain't comfortable and they take up a lot of space. My living room is like shaped weird, but
Yeah, no,
since
I
they're
know.
modular, I can like rearrange them however we want. But we usually keep them in a U shape. It's
Yeah,
it's the easiest form to have it. But
you
I
got to
don't know.
get
I
an
feel
L-shaped
like
joint.
I feel like they're not that comfy. So, anyways, I'm like, yeah, let's. And we don't have that much company, like in the house, anyways. When people come over, we usually sit outside. I got a
Yeah,
pierogi out there. We make a fire, blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah.
Friday, I took off and I was like, with my boy Julius, I was like, man, let's go look at some couches. Now, I must have went to every furniture store in this city, dog. And it's Memorial Day weekend. I feel like, there's sales all the time. It's like the time to buy furniture.
Yeah.
And I feel like there wasn't no real sales, dog. Like they were kind of booty in general. I found a style that I like. It's like a two recliner. It has 3 seats, but the middle comes down. It has like a charging pod station, yada yada.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, this is cool. It's just me and my wife, and I'll get an individual chair just in case. So it'll sit like 4 people. But it was like, and this is if you guys are listening and you have more money than us, like this might not sound like a lot to you, but it was like $2,000, which I do fairly well for myself in general, but that's a lot of fucking money for like a
Yeah.
couch.
Dog, my
So
the couch I just got, you seen it before, or seen pictures or whatever, but that L-shaped, I think it was like 1400.
so
I
I was like, you
financed it
know
though.
what?
I didn't have to. I had the money to buy it, but I financed it at the time to build my credit. My credit was trash. So
Yeah. No, I was just like, I don't, it's not something that I need. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I want, and I'm trying to do better about that so I can make other investments and not have to
yeah.
work anymore. Hopefully, develop more content for you guys every single day. But yeah, I spent all Friday doing that. Saturday, what the hell? I don't think I did nothing on
Hey,
Saturday.
you gotta come out here, man, to that little furniture store I bought my shit from. Like, it's pretty nice, but I know you probably won't try to finance none, but I had to finance, but they had some nice shit up in there.
I mean, then I gotta drive it back. I don't know. I don't know.
No,
We'll
no, no,
see.
no, no. They got delivery and stuff. The two black dudes came over, delivered me. I gave them like a $60 tip. Dude, they were so thankful. Like they never been tipped before or something. Not 60 a piece. I gave them like 60 total,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
30
yeah.
a piece, you know. But I told them I used to move, you know what I'm saying? I did for like a year and a half, like all across the United States. And we would move whole houses and not get tipped. You know what I'm saying? So I know how it feels. And just moving the couch, each of them getting $30, they were like, you can see, and they were like, cool, dude. They were like, I know how it feels. I know how it feels. I moved a doctor and a dentist, bro. A whole house. I'm talking about like 6 bedrooms. It was like 5 up top and then 1 downstairs. We left with nothing. And I'm talking about it was like a 3-day thing. It was me and my boy, and then he had to buy some people, you know, that had people in areas. And we left with nothing. I'm like, a doctor and a dentist? Like, that's why I left the ding in their door. They had a wood door. I hit that bitch with the dolly, and I put a big gash in there. Randy was like, man, you better not hope they see that shit, man. Let's come back on me. I was like, man, they ain't even tip us, dog. That door.
You are a horrible mover. That's why your eyes don't do that shit no more.
Hey, I was pretty good. Hey, especially for a big dude, like shit, I was on my feet out there.
Did we do anything on Saturday? Did we play any games? I legit do not remember anything I did on Saturday.
We played Apex.
I know, dog.
You came to Xbox. Your last game, you had 0 damage. You're like, well, get in front of here.
Oh, I rage quit. Dude, I was at a cookout. So Sunday, I remember Saturday, my brother was over here. We did some shit around the house. I had bought a new bed because I'm a bigger dude, clearly by evidence. And we had a queen size bed, and my wife likes to sleep like right next to me, dog. And I felt like I was on the edge of the bed the whole time. So I was like, let's upgrade. So I got a California king size. Ooh. And that got delivered. So Saturday we were like building the frame, pulling the bed out. He was changing some brakes outside. I felt like I did a bunch of shit, super tired. But dog, let me tell you, it's a difference, bro. Like,
oh, dude, when I was 21 years old, I bought a California king off an older lady that was moving. Dude, I had to fold that bitch like a taco to get it in my house, dude. But it was so big, like
so big.
I had to roll over like 4 times to get off that bad boy. And I'm a big dude.
I'm not opposed to cuddling, you know what I'm saying? But like when I'm sleeping, I'm not trying to have yummy. But now we've been sleeping on it for 3 days now. Bro, she's like in her own side of the bed. I'm on my own side of the bed. We only touch each other if we want to touch each other, not by coincidence of moving around. Let me tell you, I haven't had this good enough sleeping forever, boy. And she's like, I highly recommend it, y'all. If you guys are struggling with like, you know, she literally would always toss and turn on the other bed. Now she's like sleeping face up, not moving at all.
Yeah, but you're saying like I would advise. How much did you pay for that? Those things are expensive.
It wasn't a lot, bro. So
2 G's?
Hell no, not even a fourth of that, dog. So
what? Where'd you get it from?
So a lot of the mattresses now, they're either foam mattresses, which my last one was, but it's too soft for me. I'm too fat. So like I end up, you know, like all weird, and now my joints started hurting. So I was like, I can't have a full like memory foam bed or foam bed because it just doesn't work. So I ended up buying a hybrid, and I looked online. So there's obviously some super expensive ones, but there's a brand online called Zenus. It's like Zinus.
Okay.
And they've been voted like the top mattress company online this year or some shit. And I got it from my cousin because when we went to visit, he had one and we slept on it. I was like, this is pretty comfortable. Dog, for a California king, just the mattress, it's called a Eurobox. So it's a hybrid mattress. It has springs on the bottom, but then like memory foam on the top, and it's a super firm.
Oh, that bitch sounds comfy.
It's super firm. Dog, $569, bro. Delivered to my house for a California king bed.
Dude, some of these places out here, dog, I was looking at beds, you know, for the main ones that be like getting commercialized. They're like $200 off. $200 off of $800 mattress. Like, what is that? It'd be a queen. They want like 800. Like, boy, get out of here.
But it's a risk, right? Because you're buying something online that you've never laid on or never felt, right? A lot of them
But you can
have
send them back.
yeah, they have a year, like, send back X amount of time. So you could do that. It's super
Nobody wants
inconvenient.
to.
Yeah, no one wants it. That's what happened to our last one. I bought it. We slept on it for a little. I was like, I don't know if I like it, but at this point, it's rolled out of the box. It's on the bed. Like, whatever, bro. We're gonna sleep on this till I can't take it no more. And then a couple cookouts. We did a cookout at Diego's house on Sunday, which was cool. They were playing dominoes. I was trying to help one of his little nephews learn. And then yesterday I hung out with my nieces. They were in the pool for like hours. It was cool. Nice long weekend.
Hey, Brian, open one My Hero pack right now. Let's see what's in there. Open one. Just one pack.
I'll just open this box. So
one pack for the viewers, y'all.
So we've
been getting into My Hero, obviously, if you follow the podcast. But Brian's he's blowing through fast.
Committed, boy.
I'm like mid third season. This guy's like, I finished third season, right? He's blowing past me now and shit. Like, and then the other day he hits me up. He sends me a picture of a ton of shit. I was like, duh. And he was like, I thought because when you buy like trading cards, or whatever, it's like it's uber expensive. But he told me the guy said no one's buying them, so he got them for like what 60% off or something.
Yeah. So I like anime in general. I watch it. I'm not like a religious anime fan, but like Ray will watch some stuff. I watch popular stuff.
Yeah. My Hero's got me.
Death Note, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan was fire.
What else are we doing? Demon Slayer, right? All the popular ones. But one of the popular ones I never watched was My Hero. Diego always tried to get me to watch it. I never did. And then Ray started watching, and I was like, it's time I'll start watching it. And it hits our favorite parts. Like, we're super into superheroes, and that's what the show's about.
Dude, it's the dopest concept.
It's just super cool. So anyways, I go to the store, like Ray said. I was at a team outing. We had a team outing at work last week, Thursday, I think it was. And next door to the bar, there's a game store. I was like, I'm going to check it out. So I stroll in there, talk to the owner. And they have a playing card game. I guess, like you said, a lot of people aren't playing it. Most people are just collecting them. And he had like a corner full of booster boxes. So I'm talking to him about it. He's like, I'm a super fan. He told me. I was like, dude, I just started watching this. I'm super hooked. And then he was like, I was like, well, how much for one of these booster boxes? And he was like, they go for 125. I'll do it for 100. I was like, let's check them out, right? Let's give me one box. He was like, how many boxes are over there? I told him, and he was like, if you do 2, I'll give you them for 75 each. I was like, run it. So he grabbed 2 of those, and then he tossed this in for free. So this is a My Hero collectible card game. It's called a deck loadable content, like downloadable content, which is cool.
Oh, okay.
So we'll open this right now just to see what they look like. I don't know where my knife
man. A pod exclusive, y'all. Nerd related pod exclusive. We're gonna check out some My Hero Academia cards real quick. I want to see what's in there. I want to know how to play the damn game.
Me too, because I thought totally I would play it. Dude, I had a knife, and I don't know.
Dog, if we live together, we be playing HeroClix, we be playing fucking Pokemon, we be playing that My Hero game. If we live closer, we be playing a lot of tabletop stuff for real.
It would be way more expensive for my life. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh no, but dude, if we live closer, I would get them, and we'd be the only ones playing. I'd get right back in the HeroClix, dog, and we be.
All right, so let's open these up.
And there was a minute though we were going hard, like going back and forth to each other's houses. That's an hour drive. We would just play tabletop,
especially in the summer. Like I would be like, all right, I would stay on Ray's couch sometimes at night. Just we stay up super late playing HeroClix, sleep over.
Yep, some to your house a couple times.
Right. So there's a bunch of cards in here, but this is what came in here. So we got the deck loadable content, and we got a stack of cards, which is.
So wait, what all came in here? Just that?
Just the cards. That's it.
No, just that one stack.
Yeah.
In that box.
That's it.
That's crazy.
So it says this contains 24 foil cards, 2 of each character, 2 of each character's attack, 2 of each character's foundation. So let's take a look.
Okay. I just want to see what players. I want to see what they like got players as their powers. I gotta see this.
Yeah, let's see if I can open it without my knife.
Bite it. Use some choppers, B.
I don't want to mess up the
Man,
card either, you know?
I've been like addicted to out cheddar, man. We bought some like a week ago, then we cooked out the other day. My girl went and got some more out cheddar, but the thing about it is expensive, dog. Like
It's
three
like
pounds,
$9 a pound.
bro. I bought 3 pounds. It was $30. I was like,
Mhm.
whoo, whoo, whoo.
Yeah. It used to be like $6.99 a pound.
Well, you
Dog,
know,
why
groceries,
can't I open it?
everything's more expensive.
Everything's more expensive.
I remember when a loaf of bread was like 35 cents. Now it's like $1.35.
Dog, where's my knife at, bro?
I remember when gas was cents a gallon. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not even that old. I'm only 37. I remember when gas was like 75 cents a gallon. I was like 3.75 a gallon. Incredible. But you know what costs more than gas? Printer ink. Printer, dog, do the math, dog. It'd be like, because the little milliliters they be giving you, and do the math in the gallons. Printer ink is like the most expensive liquid on the planet.
Per gallon?
Yeah, look, it's even more expensive than blood, because blood is like, I forgot what some comedian did a joke about it. He talked about like oil, blood, and then printer ink was like top notch expensive. Like he said, from now on, I'm gonna start printing with my blood. And he had a picture of him hooked up with an IV to his printer.
Knife.
Hey, if you was the hero killer, you would have he stayed with the knives.
Stayed with him.
His power was crazy. They were wondering how he got it too. They're like, man, what does he do? What does he do? Because at first they thought he would just get stabbed and they would deal with shit, but now he had to lick your blood.
Yeah, he had to lick you.
That's crazy. That's a nasty ass power.
So this thing kind of blows because the cards, I don't know if you can tell, they're kind of like bent.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just one of those foil. Since it's like a pre-deck, they probably ain't worth shit anyways.
Yeah. Hey, but you never know.
All right. So it's literally 2 of each card. So I will show them to you.
Yeah, you ain't gotta do them all if you want to.
No, I'm just gonna show you the ones because it's doubles. So I'm just gonna show you the ones that it's singles of.
Yeah, you got some all. You got All Might in there
for sure.
Dog, when All Might was fighting both of them dudes, they weren't doing shit to All Might.
The All Might boy,
dude, All Might is and he's like dying. Dude is so strong.
He didn't even have all his power.
Nope. And dude, that little kid's so powerful, and all he gave him was a strand of his hair.
And he's only using 5% of his power.
Oh yeah, because he uses it. That's fire.
See if I can get it even closer.
It's got a glare on it.
Yeah, because they're all foil there.
There we go.
So that's All Might.
What does it say on it?
So it says All Might, and then it has 29 life and 6 whatever. It says enhance. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. Your attack gets +2 damage. If it's blocked, your next attack gets +2 damage. Enhance. Discard 1 momentum. Draw 1 card, and if this attack is not blocked, draw another card.
Dog, I want to play this game. That one card right there sounds like it's fun.
Let's see. This is an enhancement for All Might.
Ooh, I like that.
So this one says Fury Punch, enhance. Discard the top 4 cards of the deck. If this attack is not blocked, draw 2 cards. Deathlock enhancement. Discard the top 10 cards of your rival's deck.
Ooh. Hey, they should have had to give me Detroit Smack.
This next one's called Staggered Positivity. This card looks cool too.
Who is that?
It's All Might.
Oh, is another All Might?
Mm-hmm. This one says flip, your attack gets +2 damage. If this attack is blocked, shuffle up to 3 cards from either player's discard pile into their deck. The back of the cards look cool too. It just says versus universe.
I like it.
So Ochako
They
So
got the
this is
grenade
the
hand dudes in there. What's dude's name? I always forget his damn name. I don't
so
know.
this is the gravity.
Oh, I love her.
She's cool. So after your non-throw attack deals damage, add it to your hand. Your next check to play an attack this turn gets +2. So I'm not gonna read all of them, but I just want to show you guys the cards.
That was
This
cool.
one's cool.
Ooh,
And
I like that.
then first day of class, it's like an enhancement for.
Yeah.
And then here is Ida.
That's the fast dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had the jet boosters on his leg.
And here he is doing a super
Hey, imagine
dope
getting
high
kicked
kick.
with that shit.
That's what he's doing right here is the kick.
Yeah. Jet powered calves getting kicked in the face.
Here's the girl with the frog quirk.
Oh, the frog
Really?
chick. Yeah, I like her.
This one looks cooler.
Oh yeah, dude, them cards look fire.
They're like all full art cards.
I wonder what the price range on them and stuff like that is.
Yeah, you know, I just be buying shit.
Yeah.
I thought they were
Yeah.
cool, and if the game we can try to play it, watch.
Oh,
some
yeah, I'm
videos
down.
and see. Because I got a shit ton of cards. I mean, I got 2 booster boxes. So
Bring your ass out here this weekend, man.
this weekend, I can't Saturday. Chris's birth. I don't know if Chris listens to the podcast, but if he does, I just spoiled it. Chris's birthday. Sunday, maybe Sunday.
What? That's too bad before Sunday, maybe Friday.
So since we're on the card subject, I sent this to you today, actually. So I think we might have talked about this, but I wanted to talk about it today because the internet is just full of, I mean, the world is just full of crazies. So Magic the Gathering is coming out with a set called Tales of Middle Earth. Comes out next month. Dude, I just texted Danny about it too. I'm super in on it. We have a shit ton of Magic cards. I do anyways. Because I tried to play it before. I never got super into it, but I got a lot of them.
I'll get into it for a minute.
But I'm in on this. Anyway, so they have like spoilers now where you can see the art of the cards, and there's some really cool looking cards.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is life.
Dude, this is gonna do numbers. I mean, that Magic already don't need that much help, but this is gonna be insane. So the reason I wanted to talk to you about it though, because obviously this hits more home for you than me because you're black. But in this set, they made Aragon black. And the internet has collectively lost its mind.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It is insane, bro. Like, dog, come on, bro. Like, where it's just crazy the amount of comments and just insaneness. The card, I wish I could show it to you guys right now. Looks crazy. Let me see. I might be able to actually.
But I get it though, man, because I mean I love Lord of the Rings and me being biracial or whatever. I don't think Aragon should have been black, but I don't care. But like that's like say if they did let me just start like Punisher, if they were black, I'm like, wait, why I'd be up in arms like why are they doing this? I mean, like I always hate when they do that affirmative action. Like, when has Aragon ever been black, close to black? Middle Earth, I don't even think they showed any black people in Lord of the Rings. So
that's probably why they did it. I mean, there's some cool cards, y'all. Like, if you're super interested, I know a lot of you guys that listen are Lord of the Rings fans. Some of you might be Magic fans. But, dude, there's an Aragon and Arwen, like, marriage card that looks pretty spectacular. Like, the art in general looks cool.
Oh, yeah, Magic cards are always fire with the art.
I mean, just absolute fire. There's another one that was him by himself. Dude, Saruman of many colors looks amazing. What other cards on here just look super cool? Sauron, the lidless eye, fire. Sauron, the Dark Lord, fire. There's just the art is just amazing, dude. Like, even
Lord
though
of the Rings is just the truth.
I mean, I'm not gonna probably play the game, but I'll probably buy a booster box of this just to
I want the cards.
Where is this dude?
I might throw down on some.
I'm down. We could open them together and see. Maybe even try to play. I just don't remember necessarily how I wasn't that into it.
I remember you need mana to play. I know. I remember how to play.
I remember everything except for the stacking concept.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
the
have
stack matters. So like what order happens when on each turn, right? That's what I really don't get. Dude, there's some cool like tokens like the orc army and just real dope art. The
I remember when I was
food.
into it, man. I like to build black decks. I like zombie decks and vampires and stuff like that. Like that was my jam.
Dude, even the land cards, like the forest and the island and mountain, that even those cards look just absolute flames. I don't know, but there's a picture of him like holding his sword like towards the card, and he just looks spectacular, bro. Like I don't think it
If we're gonna
matters.
get into it, you probably have to pre-order some now, or you ain't never gonna get.
Oh yeah,
Go
you're not gonna get them. You're not gonna get them. So I have to look into it.
but forget that, man. We on that Disney game. We gotta get them Disney cards.
So that doesn't come out till like September though. But I'm on that. I'm about to go crazy on the Disney.
I can't believe I called a gaming store, y'all. Because Brian was gonna search for the Disney cards, right? So I called a gaming store. We used to go there for HeroClix. They always had pre-orders. They do Magic, all that stuff. I call them, I'm like, hey man, that Disney game is coming out. I'm like,
Lord
trying to pre-order, figure out when it's coming out. They're like, we're gonna have pre-orders. I was like, okay, cool. When? Don't know. I was like, okay, when is the game coming out? When are you gonna have it? Don't know. I'm like, what? This is your store.
Yeah, it's your job.
You can't tell me when we could pre-order, and you don't know when you're gonna get them. Like, I'm not dealing with y'all no more. That don't make no sense.
I don't know if you guys don't know about this. We for sure have talked about it in the past, but so Disney's making a card game called Lorcana. It looks cool, so they're gonna use all the Disney characters and have kind of like it's a trading card game, right? Magic, Pokemon type game. The art so far on the ones they've showed look fire. The game seems interesting. Who knows if they'll succeed? There's a plethora of super popular card games, Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's Disney, bro.
But the Disney property is undefeated. So even if the game doesn't pick up, the collection of the cards is gonna be insane. And I'm super in it. I'm super in.
Okay, if you get like three cards that you would want from the Disney card game, what would you say?
So
give me three.
I want so a Goofy movie is one of my favorite movies like ever. I just love it. So I would want like a cool ass like Max card. And I know we're not gonna get it in the first wave because he's not that popular, but like a Max and Pete card would be cool.
No, but what about what's his name? The dude, the performer.
Oh, dude, yes. Power line? Can I get a
power line?
I'm in on a power line card. Don't even get me started. I love the Goofy movie. All the songs are so fire. Beyond that, I would think that just obscure stuff like some
I got three off top.
Milo from like what is that movie called? El Dorado. I think his name's Milo from El Dorado.
I've seen that movie maybe once.
And then of the popular like main Disney's, I legit because of her power think an Elsa card just graphically and whatever her abilities are gonna be. It's gonna be one of the top cards. Yeah, it's gonna be one of the top cards.
So offhand, I would like a Fox Robin Hood. That's one of my favorite movies ever, Robin Hood. And then I'd want a Chip and Dale, like a dual card.
Yeah, they gotta make a Chip and Dale card.
Chip and Dale, and then a Darkwing Duck.
Ooh.
Darkwing Duck.
See, I don't know, like
and what was the robot's name?
They have so many properties.
Darkwing Duck?
Darkwing Duck would be dope.
I forgot the robot guy. He was like on one wheel. Dang, he was I can't remember his name right now, but he was like the robot dude on one wheel, and I think he was Otto's character, not Otto, but what was the guy that would fix stuff all the time? I think that was him. I don't know if it was him or not. I can't remember his name, but him and Darkwing Duck teamed up a couple times on there. He was like a robot with one wheel. I can't think of his name, but yeah, Darkwing Duck. If they came out with like a set of those, Baloo from Tailspin, the little dude that would be on the glider, be fire.
So they're gonna have. So they're calling the first wave called the first chapter. So there's a long-term plan here. for whatever this is going to be. So you
You
can
gonna get
get
a
it
Fantasia Mickey.
in, you can get like a starter deck that looks kind of like this, like exactly like this, and it'll have a pre-built deck that you can play. Just looking at it comes the starter deck of 60 cards. 60 cards in a deck?
Hey, they gotta have the wizard from the Sword and the Stone. He's so fire.
60 cards? I just want to know how to play, including 2 foil cards of the characters on the front of the package, 11 game tokens, 1 rule book, and 1 booster pack containing 12 randomized cards. So I'm gonna get one of those for sure. And then they showed 3 of them. So one shows Moana and Mickey. Another one shows Cruella de Vil and Aladdin. And then another one
Jafar
shows
card, the genie.
the genie.
This game's in a snap.
And then the last one shows Simba and Sleeping Beauty. Then you have booster packs. So it's gonna come, each booster pack is gonna come with 12 cards, and you're gonna have, we're gonna super nerdy today. It's tabletop day, apparently. We got
that's what we do.
So we got 12 randomized cards. It's gonna be 6 common cards, 3 uncommon cards, 2 rare, super rare, or legendary cards, and 1 foil random rarity level.
You know they're gonna have a Fantasia Mickey.
Dog, for sure. He's on the cover of one of the starters. Then the next one is called Jump In Gift Set. This is actually looks pretty cool. It says the gift set includes 2 collectible oversized foil cards and 2 playable foil cards in addition to game tokens.
Oversized, I'm guessing they're full.
Like the Pokemon ones, the big ones.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it'll be like that. And then 4 boosters.
But you can't play those.
No, they're just for show. The gift set for Disney Lorcana, the first chapter, will feature Mulan, Imperial Soldier, and Hades, King of Olympus. Dude, I forgot all about the Hercules.
Oh, we forgot that's. Oh, yeah, and yes, all Hercules. I'll build a Hercules deck,
bruh. So that's insane. And then the last pack, which I have to get my hands on, I don't care how much it costs. Probably already behind the 8 ball because people are taking pre-orders. I just haven't found somewhere local that does it. And I don't want to do it online. I want to be able to go pick it up the day it comes out.
Hell yeah.
So this last one is called the Ultimate Choice Lumineers Trove. The ultimate treasure for both collectors and players. The Lumineers Trove includes a full art storage box, 2 deck boxes, 8 booster packs, a player's guide, and much more. The player's guide offers a look into the world of Lorcana, as well as a complete visual guide to all cards in the first chapter. Also included are deck building tips and game strategies. So yeah, you
should contact the store you bought those My Hero cards from.
Oh yeah, I should go ask them. It's pretty close to my house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dog, I'm in on this though. I might get a case. This might be a case purchase.
Hey, I'm gonna throw whatever little bread I got. I want to get in on.
Yeah, we might be building decks day one live.
Oh, for sure.
Just making videos like we got all these Disney cards. We're gonna open them all.
Dude, the Sword and the Stone, man. Like, dude, when that witch and the magician fought, like she turned into that dragon, like all that kind of dog. And the Ursula card too. Ursula, Poseidon, like they're gonna have some powerful cards in there.
So it's gonna come out in September, but there's like a pre-release that you can get the cards like 2 weeks early. So if you can find,
we gotta go play.
Yeah, I would imagine that there has to be a store that's gonna play.
Pink Bunny might. We gotta figure this out. We'll figure it out.
No, I should. That's a good place to check. Pink Bunny might be the spot to check.
Yeah, they be on it.
Yeah, Pink Bunny's it's a hobby store.
Hey,
like
but I guarantee we're gonna be like the oldest dudes beating the shit out of little kids.
It's in South Milwaukee. They have obviously they specialize in like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh is what they play the most, but they have Pokemon stuff. But anything you can think of that comes with tabletop games, so games, board games, and collectibles. They have a shit ton of collectibles there. It's a cool store. It's in South Milwaukee. One store
we went to a couple times in Milwaukee. We played HeroClix there. They were practicing for Rock, and I went there and got my ass whipped.
We played HeroClix in Milwaukee. Oh yeah,
yeah.
At Board Game Barrister.
Yeah. We used
I
to
don't
go
know
there.
if they
We
still
went there
play.
quite a few
COVID,
times.
dude, COVID killed like two of their stores, bro. Like they shut one. The one we went to is not there no more.
What?
And then they moved another one that's close to my house, like to a different spot because it was weird. Like people, they were doing like pickup orders only, but the life of it is going there and playing, and that's when they get you to buy
Yeah.
more
And
shit.
you couldn't get together and play.
Yeah, and you couldn't play. Yeah, I
Man, COVID
forgot, dude.
sucked, man, for tabletop shit, dude. Like,
Nuts.
you know, shit. It knocked Rockheads. It knocked them out. My favorite comic book store. I'm in Racine right now. I'm from Milwaukee, born and raised, by Brian and shit. So I moved here, and then it was a big comic book store and tabletop game store. Like it was broke off in half. Like it was a big building. And the other day when Brian was looking for the Disney cards, I tried to call him. Nothing. I looked it up online and it said they were like closed. So I think COVID got them. They were it was a good store.
It was a cool store. Dude, if I had enough money,
Open our own.
I would open it, Doc. Can you think about it? First off,
bro,
it would be like the ultimate store because in my head, it would be like a half and half store. I would have, so there's this other place here.
Dude, you wouldn't have to do nothing there. You could make me the fucking own. I would, dude, it would be a dream
it
to
would
like work nuts. At a comic book tabletop store, dude.
So there's this dude in Milwaukee right now. I'm not gonna say his name in general, but I will plug his store. So this dude started in his house selling like video games and collectibles. Like in his house, he had like barred windows and shit because he didn't want to get robbed. So now he's leveled up. It's called Battle Box. If you live in Milwaukee or on the north side of Milwaukee, you should check it out. You got to call him though. It's super exclusive. Like you got to hit him up on Facebook or call him or you ain't getting in the store. Like you can't just walk in there. But the dude has leveled. He's basically living what we're talking about. He's leveled up so much. He went from being in his house. Now he basically has a third of the block. He has the building, which is the store. The building next to it, he turned into like what he calls a battle lounge. It's a bar. Then in the back, he has this big ass patio for like cookouts. He hosts events every Tuesday, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like I haven't gone to any, but he always invites me. We were supposed to go last weekend. He had a wrestling one on Saturday night. But anything, cosplay, anyway. So like he's living it up. Whatever. I don't know financially how much he's making, but he's living basically what I would want to do. So for me, like playing the video games and having that atmosphere would be cool. Like I'm saying, like a hangout spot. But we also love this stuff too, like doing collectibles and cards and tabletops, like just an all entertainment venue, maybe multiple floors. Like it would be super dope, bro.
I wish I had more money, man, because if I like, if I was banking like you were, I would definitely go half or something like that, man. Because I would love to. I would love to
be so much fun. I think about it all the time. I've never done the research on what the return on investment is. It probably isn't a lot, right? You do it because you love it, not because it's gonna make you rich. But that's why I'm saying, like, if I've gotten to a point where I just want to do something because my other investments have paid off, that's what I would do. Like I would create this awesome space and environment. Not just his is mostly video game stuff. They do like a lot of events for cosplaying and like just bar stuff. This would be super nerdy. I think, which is funny, he either got the rights to this name or whatever, but one of his spots is called Nerd Haven. And that's pretty cool too. But in general, I look up to the dude. He doesn't know it. I've talked to him a couple of times. I bought some shit from him. I've gone to the store. Ray has gone to the store and bought some stuff. But like what really he's doing, guy. Man, inspiration in general.
Yeah, I couldn't find the handheld Nintendo Switches at the time. I couldn't find them nowhere or for a decent price. And Brian was like, man, hit this guy, whatever. I hit him up. Like Brian said, like he was even at the store. He was like, all right, I could be there in like 30 minutes. Y'all come. And me and Danny went together.
Yeah, I remember.
Danny doesn't give a shit. So we went through this door that said exit only. I was like, I don't think employees should only come through and stuff like that. And I was like, whatever, man. We go through there. Dude did not like that. But we were shopping with him, and it's our first time there. So I could tell he was trying not to be an asshole, but he wanted to cuss us out. Like, Like, cause we went through that door, and you see like computer inventory, cash
Yeah,
register.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey, what are y'all doing coming through this door?" He's like, "Hey, don't do that again." He's like, "Don't come to this door."
Nah, he's
Oh
a
man,
serious dude in
but
general,
he's
but
no, he's a
like,
good dude though. Good
nah,
dude.
he is a good dude. He's not trying to make like, you know what I'm saying? He's not
No, he ain't trying to make friends.
gouging people. Like he has a lot of cool collectible stuff.
No, yeah,
Um,
he had some dope stuff when I was in there for sure, for sure.
a lot of stuff. He has a so he had. I don't know if you had it last time I went. I should have bought it then before Jason David Frank died. He he had a White Ranger helmet and he was selling it for like 250. I should have bought it then because I got some of the other ones, but I didn't.
Dude,
Crazy.
Brian, you know I'm not big into fighting games, but I was always big into Soul Calibur, and then they haven't made one in years. And there's a
Bruh.
fighting game like that's like it's an itch that's been digging at me. And Street Fighter Six got like a 9, and it comes out in a couple of days. I'm thinking of maybe picking up Street Fighter Six
So
because I
we
don't play a lot
were
of fighting games at all, but
so I'm
I
a
haven't got to
Tekken
play
guy.
any because Soul Calibur ain't came out in forever. Dude, Soul Calibur is the best. I don't care what no one says. Fight me. Soul Calibur is better than Street Fighter, is better than Mortal Kombat. Soul Calibur is the best fighting game on the planet, and I don't see why they haven't made another one.
So for me, so I'm a Tekken guy. Like I prefer to play Tekken in general, but like some of the Mortal Kombat stuff is cool. So it's funny that you bring this up because I didn't even talk to you about this. So on Sunday at Diego's house, we are talking about games. Like all the people are our age, we all play video games, and Street Fighter came up, and I legit said the same thing you just said. It's so funny. I was like, how have they not made a new Soul Calibur game? Because we were talking about fighting games. We're like, Tekken's gonna come, and now Street Fighter's coming out, and it's different
Mortal
because
Kombat 1.
you can create your own character on Street Fighter and kind of learn from all the other disciplines, which is interesting, right? It's different from what they've ever
They
done.
never done it ever before.
And then they have just the regular versus mode too, so you can just fight people if that's what you want to do. But I was like, I said the same thing. Like, how on earth has no one been like, let's make a new Soul Calibur? Like, I don't understand how that's even possible. It has to
Yeah,
be a
because
rights thing. Who owns it?
like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Tekken, it's 2D, side to side scroller. But Soul Calibur was 3D, like you could sidestep and move around and like get a parry, knock people off the map. Like it was the best in that way, man. Like I used to love sidestepping people, like because people usually do blocking or trying to parry, like sidestep. And Mitsurugi was my boy, and they always did dope stuff like that too. Like so before all the new systems, Soul Calibur, I remember like, and they were just coming out for like play. So the original Xbox had Spawn for Soul Calibur, and then the GameCube had a Link for Soul Calibur, and then PlayStation, I think they had Heihachi. You know what I'm saying? Then when they started getting on newer systems, they had Darth Vader was I think PlayStation, and then Yoda was Xbox. Like I miss them, man. Like I'm Soul Calibur is the best.
We haven't gotten a Soul Calibur remake since 2009.
Yeah, I don't think they're. It's not even talked about, or I think it's dead.
It was a Bandai Namco game, and I think they're out of business.
Somebody needs to buy the rights to it.
Somebody has to have the rights to it. There's
Soul
no way no one
Calibur.
has the rights to this.
It was so good, dude. And the way you can create your own players, and dog, and you can mix the moves up. Like you have like Yoshimitsu and like dog, like the weapons. Soul Calibur is fire.
Trying to see.
I miss Soul Calibur. No one's talking about it. There's nothing, Brian. Don't believe me. I've been on it.
I mean, Soul Calibur 6, it looks like, was the last thing I can see. It's a Bandai Namco game for sure.
Yeah, I think Namco went out of business.
PlayStation 4 looks like this game came out.
Yeah,
Unreal
Xbox
Engine.
One.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing. Nothing.
It's sad. That's what I'm thinking. Like Street Fighter, man. Street Fighter, it got a 9. Like that's because it said they're like, man, they took a lot of. I was reading a review today. They said they took a lot of big swings. And maybe they didn't hit on everything, but they said the things they hit on were like perfection. And it looks, and they said the starting roster. This is like maybe the best starting roster of all time on the Street Fighter game.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It said the latest from Capcom introduces a story mode that builds on the traditional arcade and online experiences expected from a modern fighter. Plus, as a beginner-friendly control scheme that's a button masher's dream.
We need a new Marvel vs. Capcom too.
Oh, I'm in on that. That we talked about that too.
Like from the original Marvel, you've been taken for a ride. Like I used to be chatting. The last one they put out was 3, right? Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That was like 10 years ago.
Marvel vs. Capcom would be fire, dog. I'm trying to think what other games.
They had to do some Devil May Cry in there. Like, dude, Marvel vs. Capcom was fire. Then if you brought them all in at the right time, like Cyclops would be shooting his laser, Iron Man would have his chest beam coming out, Wolverine be like, yeah. You didn't know what he was saying. That shit was fire.
So the dude that did all my tattoos, we call him Face because he has face tattoos. He's like a super dope fighter, like gamer, like where he would go to like tournaments and just dust people. And Marvel vs. Capcom was his shit.
See, that's my big thing with Street Fighter. Like, I want to get it, and then I know if I got it, I'll be playing online, and I'll probably get dusted.
Well, maybe not because they just said the controller scheme is button mashing, so it's not like you need to know, the combo.
Yeah, but I've never been the biggest button smasher in a fighting game, so we'll see. I need a fighting game, and I'm playing them a lot, but I'm thinking I might pick it up eventually here. Because I've been playing fighting games. Wow.
I mean, dude, Virtua Fighter. Like that was a big game. Killer Instinct. We did get a recent Killer Instinct though, fairly recent.
Well, they do it. They keep updating that the Killer Instinct on Xbox or whatever it is, or it's like just like not a free to play. Well, it might be free to play. I don't know, but it's really cheap. But they just keep adding on to it, like the games we get now. So I think
I was talking. What else did I bring up? I was like King of Fighters. Like King of Fighters was another thing. And then we're not even talking about like some of the more popular
Virtual
stuff.
Fighter.
Yeah, that's Tekken, Sega, obviously my favorite.
Sega Saturn. I used to play Virtual Fighter on Sega Saturn.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z is a popular game in general.
Oh yeah, my kids, dude, her son is like begging the Dragon Ball. I bought the Broly movie and stuff. We sat down and watched it together and shit. Like I try to, because obviously I'm his mom and big part, what I'm saying? So I know he likes that kind of stuff. I tried giving him My Hero the other day. I was like, man, he's like, what are you watching? I was like, My Hero. He's like, man, I think I've seen my dad maybe trying to watch it a couple of times. And he's like, I heard about it. I was like, well, let's watch together. I know you like anime. I'm trying to build, something.
Yeah. I mean, dude. And then like Smash Brothers. We didn't even talk about Smash Brothers. Like it's so many. There's so many, but I mean, we are going. The second half of the year is going to be interesting because Street Fighter's on Friday. Mortal Kombat, like you said, comes out soon. Who knows, man? Maybe we're in the resurgence of the fighter.
I hope somebody picks up. Dude, if I hear any whispers of Soul Calibur, dog, I'm on it. I'm on it.
It's pretty interesting.
I think it was the best fighting game ever, dude. The different stances you can get into, and then just the plethora of characters. Like nobody played the same. Baldo. He'd be like upside down, backwards, with his S&M outfit.
Oh man!
If they ever make another Tekken, well, I mean, probably will soon. Eddie Gordo, man, he's the truth.
I thought there was another Tekken,
but they got away from Eddie Gordo. They would always put like his sister or cousin or some chick on there. I'm like, what? But get Eddie Gordo back on the game.
Tekken 8 came out. So Bandai made Tekken in 2022. There was another one.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Well, they were working on it. So there's still no release date, but Tekken 8 is coming soon. Bandai Namco is actually working on it, so they're still around.
They're all going to come out around the same time. Street Fighter is usually the first one out of the gate. Street Fighter.
I'm super into Tekken, dude. I would be all over a Tekken game.
Dude, who was that dude with the Harang? He always had the jeans on. He kicked.
Yeah, I mean, here's a cheat code. Like if I lifted you off the ground with Harang, it was over, bro. There was no
Hey, I
coming
went with the
down.
boxing gloves too. He was cold, but he was hard. He was hard to master, but
I
like if
always
you
used to
could,
try to play with Brian Fury too. So one of my buddies in Puerto Rico, and I met him my freshman year of college. He was like he didn't know me. He knew my name was Brian, and he was like Brian Fury. He's like, you play Tekken? I was like, boy, you don't gotta say no more. But Brian Fury was cool.
would you be down to get some Street Fighter? I'd be down to fight you on there.
So my wife was looking at it and she was like, are you gonna get that game? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm down to get anything. So the Tekken, so this is a fairly new roster at Tech Radar for Tekken 8, and they have the roster, so it's coming soon. They just don't have a date. So Jin, Kusaya Mishima, June, King, Paul Phoenix, Nina, Jack 8, Martial Law, Leroy Smith, Lars Anderson, Asuka
Yeah, there's got to be
Kazama,
Jack 8. I like how Jack keeps going with the numbers. So last time it was Jack 7.
Horang, and Brian Fury. I mean,
All
sign
right.
me
Hey,
up.
Brian Fury is the ball headed dude, right?
No, he was like, he kind of looked more like,
Blonde hair, short blonde hair?
yeah, Guile.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
But he's like a cyborg, and he's always like, you know what I'm saying, trying to square up.
Yeah.
I knew it was kind of, I
That's
thought
a
I saw
small
a
roster,
trailer.
though. Small ass roster.
Those are the confirmed ones because there's not too much new.
I wonder what
So
Street Fighter roster is looking like. Because I know all the originals. That'll stack a roster right away.
let's see. Street Fighter.
Hey, I heard they were trying to make a new live action movie of Street Fighter. Let's go. I still like the one with
I like the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Except they screwed up making Jean-Claude Van Damme
I
Guile.
like it,
And he's
though.
all American. And he's in the movie with an accent the whole time. Let's go. Like, dude, he's not American at all.
Yeah, the roster's up on the website because the game comes out soon. There's already reviews hitting.
June 2nd. Yeah.
So you got Cammy, Lily's a new character, Zangief, JP. I think he's the main villain now. Marissa, Manon, DJ, E Honda,
DJ,
Dalsim, Blanca, Ken, Jury, Kimberly, Gaio, Chung Li,
Dawson, Yoga Flame.
Luke, and Ryu.
Yeah, that's fire little roster off top. Zangief, Power Bomb,
Battle Hub. So Fighting Ground.
Hey man, they better have what's his name with the mask and the knife hand. Forgot what his name was.
Trying to see like what the different. So they have 3 different controller types. That's interesting. Modern, classic, and dynamic. It looks cool. Real-time commentary.
Yeah, I want to play it. Try it.
Hey. I might get it because they have commentators and play-by-play commentators. So the commentators featured on the official Capcom Pro Tour plus other renowned personalities will commentate on your battles in real time. Get the pro player tournament experience as they comment on everything that happens during the fight. And I was just looking through it, so
I think they're gonna be doing season passes and stuff too now.
Steve Tasty, Steve Scott. Who else is on here? So Thea Trinidad, that's Selena on the WWE, the one in the LWO. So that's cool. She's on there. That's actually cool. Character damage. There's a lot of stuff on the website. The game comes out soon. I wonder, is it crossplay?
Comes out on Thursday, the 2nd, right?
Let's see. Street Fighter 6 crossplay.
They got to.
I mean, we'll see. Has full crossplay and cross-platform support between PS5, PS4, all the Xboxes, and PC. This allows players to connect through multiplayer no matter what system they're playing on.
Let's go.
Yep. So it does.
It's gonna do numbers. It's gonna do numbers.
That's cool. Speaking of crossplay, this sparked my memory. Yeah. Guess what, dog? I didn't know I would see the day because EA is greedy and most sports games are too. But the next Madden's gonna have crossplay confirmed. That's different. I never thought I'd see the day.
Well, FIFA has crossplay, but just for like I think just straight like exhibition type games or something. I forgot what it was, but you can't do pro clubs or nothing on their crossplay.
So Madden's gonna let you do franchises. Like it's gonna
Yeah,
be
so I'm guessing the
crossplay,
next
crossplay.
FIFA will then.
Yeah, it should for
If,
sure.
if they're
I
doing it
never
with Madden,
understood that. Out of all the games outside of shooters that would have it, it would be sports games. Like, you know how much
yeah,
time you spend in a 2K lobby when you're trying to play Pro Am because there's not enough people online. Like, if you make
yeah.
crossplay, all that stuff goes away.
You would think, especially FIFA too, because the whole world plays FIFA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because most 2K is American culture, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But FIFA, you got somebody playing in the Netherlands, or you know what I'm saying, or like deep in Africa playing. Like FIFA is the biggest game in the world. It does the biggest numbers because every country plays it.
Just
So,
crazy.
dude, when FIFA gets for real crossplay, you'll never be a slow search for a game, dog.
Never.
Everybody plays that. Lil Wayne, Drake,
Never.
like whole world plays FIFA.
That's just interesting. Where was it?
Hey, so did you give on Apex? Or you just rage quit that day?
Nah, I just rage quit that day.
Oh,
It was
man.
annoying as shit.
Dude, we would have had that
I was
guy
so
too,
mad
man.
because first off, so
He's
I
like, I
wrecked
hear
the
him
dude
all.
on the top. I wrecked the guy on the top. I don't remember if I dropped him or you dropped him, but he's on the ground. So then I see the dude climbing up the thing. So I run. He's climbing up some boxes. So I run to the ledge. He wasn't even climbing yet. He was on the ground. So I have full shields and everything. So I'm like, whatever. It's 2-on-1. There's no way he's going to win this. So I jump down, bro. I turn around and I pull the trigger. And I swear to God, I don't think I hit him a single fucking time, dog. Not one time, bro. Then he jumps on the box and you have a high ground on him. And he kills you too. I was like, I'm done with this shit. I don't even want to play. And it wasn't even the game.
I was hurt from the last guy, and then you were like, "I'm on him," so I thought you hit him up a little bit, so I just pushed him.
I didn't even touch him. I don't know how I didn't touch him, but that's not the game's fault. I literally just did not hit him when I shot. Like not a single bullet hit him. It was super frustrating.
Well, you're switching from mouse to keyboard to.
I was like, "There's no way I missed this dude this bad, bro." I was so mad.
You should have hip fired. The hip fire would have wrecked him.
So mad. I was like, "How is this even possible, dog? How is this possible?"
She was staying on the points. Video games guys do Battlefield is going hard this next season 5. I think they got like 5 legendary operator skins gonna be in the battle pass, some other legendary stuff in the battle pass. So they're saying this should be one of the best battle passes ever. Then they got a new map coming in that is humongous and dope. Like every section is built different. Like if you guys have a chance, Brian sent me a link for it, but just like YouTube search like dev video for season 5 or something like that. So they're coming out with the Desert Eagle and the G36, but they can't call either of those guns that, but those are 2 new guns that are coming out. And then right away in the beginning, they're going to have updated M16, ACWR, MTAR, a couple of guns from the Battlefield
4.
I'm really excited about the M16 and ACWR getting new clip attachments because they went through and already gave us those guns that they didn't have, but they had like set attachments on it, and you just couldn't. Because I'm pretty good at Battlefield, so I would hold my own and stuff, but you could just tell there's a difference between those guns from the newer guns, and sometimes it'd be hard to compete. But now they're trying to even that out and give you all the attachments they have on the new guns and rework them a little bit. So I'm excited to see how an ACWR or M16 rocks with those, because those are 2 of my favorite guns. The M416 is going to be right away too. So Battlefield, but that new map, I'm excited to play that new map. It looks dope, man. Crash Train, and it looks tight.
So
that new sniper, that looked cool too.
This is weird coming from, EA in general, which is considered by far the worst video game company or company period in the world. One of the worst ones. They always rank statistically at the end based on surveys, whether it's their employees or the customers' interactions.
Get that money.
But what they've done with this game is nothing short of a masterclass of what to do when you release something that everyone hates. When Battlefield came out in October of 2021. And we've talked about this before, so I'll be brief. No game chat, no crossplay, no squatting. It was just an awful experience. Like the game didn't even look like a next gen game. So we'll leave that all there. Fast forward now, though, we are May 30th. So almost exactly 18 months from when this game launched. And not only have they continued to support the game, they've revamped and remade every single map that released on the game. Season 5 is going to be the last one with Hourglass. Yep. They're going to have a new Hourglass is just tough. That's a tough map.
You would just run for 5-10 minutes.
So there's a lot more cover now.
Yeah.
They're bringing Battlefield 4 guns into it. Ray mentioned what those are called. They're adding a new mechanic for grenades. So you can either choose between regular grenades and you only have 1 or 2 of those, or mini grenades that you can throw much further but deal way less damage, but you can carry more of them. We're, again, a year and a half in. We know another Battlefield is not coming until next year. And this is the last of what they call the year 1 roadmap or whatever. So this is the last of it. But they are committed to supporting it beyond now too. So between now and the next Battlefield launch, which will probably be next year in October, we should get a whole year 2 version of it with even more stuff, which is cool.
That bouncing grenade's on fire too. You throw it, when it hits the ground, it bounces up, then explodes. Yep. That's gonna be big.
Maximum damage.
Anti-tank grenade.
Anti-tank grenade.
A grenade, it'll explode. So imagine a helicopter coming down, trying to swoop down on you guys, and you just start whack and blow. Dog, like, dude, the Battlefield moments are gonna be even more insane.
And then one of the things, so you gotta admit your mistakes, right? And it's been a long time. I was texting Ray about this earlier. I was like, dude, we waited a long time, and literally we bailed on the game after like the first month of it when we were playing, and now we've been playing it more. But one thing Battlefield had in the past, which again, admit when you're wrong, they took this out of the game. It currently isn't it right now. It'll be back on June 7th is when the season comes out. But in the past Battlefield games, you were able to create your own squad, move into different squads, abandon the top squad. So in the game, you can switch squads, make someone else a squad leader, give orders and commands. We talked about this, I think, in the past, where you were able to create like a platoon and work together. It would allow for more than 5 people to be in a game at the same time.
On the same damn page.
So they're bringing that back. So now you're going to be able to easily manage and see the squads, create new squads, promote people to squad leader, move between the squads. And what that's going to allow us to do is play with bigger groups of people, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
So like
make Brandon squad leader, then I start my own squad.
And invite more people, and then now we have 2 whole squads. We're in a party.
Yeah, because we would do looking for groups on Xbox, Brandon, a couple of times. And we did it like a couple of, you were playing with us. Well, we broke off into a couple of squads. Yeah. It was hard to do, but we did it for a couple of games. But then we just got lost in the sauce because we had like 24 guys playing with us. And, it's hard. But now it's going to be a lot easier.
A lot easier.
I'll be down to play tonight if you're still up to it after you do everything you got to do. But
and the Battlefield games are tough to impact by yourself or even just one squad. Like you can if you're going crazy, but it's very difficult. You need at least 3 squads to be doing things either on their own but really well or together, right? Otherwise, you're just going to get wrecked. But that's cool that they're, again, right? They took it out. Communities like, dude, we need this back. And now it's coming back to the game. So
the Battlefield, man. You guys are doing the Lord's work out there.
It's awesome. The game, we're back on the game. The player count has skyrocketed. I mean, it's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Like I took a little turn because I got back to Apex and the new season pass and all the new stuff came out. So I've been building towards that. But like I'm Diamond 3. So I can slow down a little bit and definitely play some Battlefield. It's not that I didn't want to keep playing it or stop playing it, but like once the new Battle Pass game comes out for like a BR or something like that, I like to try to run through it. But there's like 75 days left in it, so I could take a little break here and there and definitely get some Battlefield in because I miss it. I miss blowing up tanks and
blowing them up.
Yeah, so I'm down to play tonight, B. If you get some time.
How long it takes me to edit this? Because one thing I want to keep trying to do is like
better,
not just get better, but try to find
faster.
try to find parts that we can put up on TikTok, like little,
Yeah.
30-second segments or
It
1
had to be
minute
something in the
segments.
beginning because we were laughing.
Yeah. So but that takes time because now I have to edit it all at once to post it on YouTube. Then I have to watch it and mark where that all happens at. Then I have to go back in and edit those segments into TikTok format so it's full. It's a full-time job, y'all. Somebody
I know
needs to
I know
come
you're
help.
busy this weekend, but maybe the next weekend we could hold off on the Tuesday and do it on the weekend, and I could come there. Well, I'll probably come there because it's easier that way. I can come there, we could do one, and then I could sit down with you and like kind of see what you're doing and stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
because I want to help a little bit, man. I know a lot is on your shoulders and shit. I'm not. I can't say I suck at this stuff because I don't try or I haven't
Right.
done it. You know what I'm saying? But I have no clue. Brian all the time has to be like, "Hey man, remember to click this. Can you click this again?" And he'll send me something. I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "I can't say it any clearer." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, "I know it's right here, but what does this mean to me?" He's like, "I can't say it no clearer." And I'm looking at the text like, "Okay, it ain't getting no clearer. What am I?" I'm an idiot sometimes. I'll tell you that.
So X-Men 97, I think, got pushed, but I'm trying to find it. I wanted to talk to you about this because they showed
the roster.
the roster.
Yeah. I was looking at that. Who they leave? There was some. I mean, I get probably
there was some omissions, and there was a new
Sunspot.
character. Sunspot's new, right?
I mean, I don't really know what Sunspot does too much, so I can't hate on too much. But I thought Sunspot was in that off-brand Canadian league that Wolverine used to be in with Puck.
Yeah,
like
the
Puck.
Alpha Flight.
Yeah, Alpha Flight. Yeah, it was like Puck, Sasquatch, Sunspot. I think Sunspot was there. Sunspot. I think that's Sunspot. I can't remember. I don't know if it is or not. But the Asian dude, he was like Asian. He like had the fire mask and stuff like that. I think that's Sunspot. I don't know exactly who Sunspot is.
Yeah, so the characters that they released was, and a lot of these are going to be known to everyone, but Storm, Cyclops, Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine, Jubilee, Jean, Beast, Nightcrawler, Cable, Bishop, Morph, Forge, Sunspot, and Magneto. And Mr. Sinister is going to be the main villain for that
Forge?
season.
Hey,
I'm a little
Mr.
surprised
Sinister
by
being the main
Morph.
villain, man. Like, Cyclops going to tear him up.
I'm surprised a little by Morph coming, being the main guy again.
I love Morph. No, I love
Morph's
Morph.
cool.
Morph was original. Morph was the original, and they thought he was dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember, he came back a little while. Had to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think X-Men 97 is going to be cool because it's going to be tied into the regular version too. Talking about Marvel.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be, dude, amazing. Talking about Marvel though, supposedly they've leaked the cast of the Fantastic Four. Have you seen it?
Margot Robbie's going to be Miss Invisible.
That's what they're saying. So Adam Driver as Reed Richards.
She's a good ass actor though.
Adam Driver as Reed Richards.
Don't like
Mr. Fantastic. Margaret Robbie as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Paul Mescal as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. I don't even know who that is.
Who? It sounds familiar.
Let's see what he's all been in. I see a picture of him, but I don't know what he's all been in. Let's take a look. See.
He's young, right?
Yeah, he's young. He's young. So he ain't been in much. So this is one of those Marvel casting that they just cast a younger guy. Some movie called After Sun, Normal People, God's Creatures, and The Lost Daughter.
Never seen any of it.
No, none of it. Don't know.
What about Mr. Ben Grimm?
So he will be David Diggs. You know who that is? So David, I'm a big fan of this guy. So there's a Sci-Fi channel. Was it Sci-Fi or TNT? One of these channels created a TV show of Snowpiercer, and he was the main guy on that TV show.
Yeah, I've seen
but
it.
He's also in Hamilton, like the Hamilton play. He was like one of the main dudes on that. He played two characters on Hamilton. No, he's a black guy. David Diggs.
here we go, man. Sorry, I'm not gonna go there.
So he's done a lot of voice roles, but he's in the new Little Mermaid. He's the voice of Sebastian in the new Little Mermaid.
Why?
I don't think it matters though. How long are we gonna see a human form Ben Grimm's? 10 seconds of the movie, if
No,
that.
no, I do I like it, and all in all, it don't matter to me. I just don't see why. And that's another thing too. Why make him black? Make Mr. Fantastic black then. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have that. A guy that's gonna be constantly, you know what I'm saying, out there. You know, you're gonna make the
So I
dude
mean,
black that
I
end
don't
up
know if
turning into a
that.
rock guy the whole time and you
I
won't
don't
even
even
know.
know if that plays into it though, because so the last Fantastic Four movie, which was awful, um,
Michael B.
had
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, so he was in it. I
Oh, people
think
don't like
they
that
at
though.
Disney. I mean there is an element to diversity for sure. Because I read there was a rumor that Mila Kunis was gonna be the thing, and they were gonna make him a woman, and then she was gonna be the thing. But there was like massive outrage
Yeah, yeah.
over it.
Come on now. We
Um,
can't. I'm sorry. Can't have a woman thing. Sorry. Sorry.
it's just tough. Like you got to look at it from the perspective of all these characters, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of these characters, especially the Fantastic Four, were created so long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
First family.
it's just one of those things where, like, I get it. The source material is probably not as relatable today. I don't have an issue with it, but in this case, like, I like David a lot. Like, he's one
Oh
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
better actors in general, so I'm all in on that. I like it. I like it. You know, the
Let's
Human
think.
Torch is one of my favorite characters, and I have no idea who this dude is. So I'm like, really, really, if this is real, I am
Yeah.
very concerned about how this is going to turn out.
We should make Blade white. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Stop it.
Hey, I'll be down.
I don't know. Interesting. I don't know what that looks like.
Hey, I don't care, man. They got a cast. They're going forward. Fantastic Four is my top all day long and forever. So I'm with it.
So I was talking to you about this earlier too, since we're sticking with, the movies in general. So a movie no one probably ever asked for, but might end up being pretty cool is Madam Web in the Spider Universe. So they're gonna make a Madam Web movie. And the reason I brought this up to you is because I have this big crush on Sydney Sweeney. She's in Euphoria. If people that's a popular show, if people are watching Euphoria, but she's gonna be Julia Carpenter, which is a second version of Spider Woman. So she's gonna be Spider Woman. So I'm all in general. This is one of you guys ever have a crush on like an actress or like a singer, and you don't know necessarily like what attracts you about her? Because I don't consider her to be like super hot. Like she's cute, like she's a good looking woman, but like I wouldn't put her in the like that tier, above everyone else.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
just some about her that I'm just all in on Sydney. And I was telling Ray that, and he was like, "Yeah, I got an example. That was your example, Ray."
Tina Fey.
Yeah, Tina
No, like
Fey.
she's so sexy to me, dude. Just, but the thing about it is like, you know about her, so that makes it even like she does a lot of writing, there's a lot of jokes, she runs a lot of stuff, and just her power, her being funny, like that's just hot to me. You know what I'm saying? If a girl can make me laugh and crack me up, that's hot to me. I started learning at a young age, man. That one chick that would always do stuff with Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. I can't think of her name right now. They would do the cheerleader thing. She was in a Scary Movie. She played a reporter in there. Can't remember her name, but she made me laugh and she was funny. And I was like, man, I don't know why am I attracted to her? You know what I'm saying? So at a young age, funny women were hot to me.
Yeah, I mean, Sydney's not ugly. Sydney Sweeney, she's a good looking lady, but she's not, what I'm saying, like uber hot, like, but there's just something about her. Anyways, so she's gonna be Julia, but so tell me about this not the cast, but the characters that are rumored to be in it. So Emma Roberts is gonna be Mary Parker. Adam Scott is going to be Ben Parker. Dakota Johnson is Madam Web. You know who Dakota Johnson is?
Hmm.
The 50 Shades of Grey
Yeah.
girl. Um, I guess those are the main ones. But I
What's the
don't know,
one?
like,
But Madam Web has to do with Secret Wars.
I just don't know like what this movie could possibly be about with a young
Has to be,
Mary and Ben Parker. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
has to have something to do with Secret Wars because Madam Web had a lot to do with Secret Wars.
I just don't know because it's a Sony. It's in the Sony Spider Verse, not in the MCU. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they're
I'm
supposed to start
intrigued.
mixing more. Like Venom's supposed to meet Spider Man soon, and so we'll see how it goes. Like, I
Mike
like the
Epps
more
is in
stuff.
it.
I like the
Mike
more
Epps is
stuff,
gonna be in
the
it.
more combat. I mean, more comic accurate, the better. That's why I hate that they're all split up. But Madam Web had a big part to do with Secret Wars, so I'm hip.
So the reason this came up is that I use this app that feeds me news, but so Sydney Sweeney said that it's a badass film with a lot of like badass women
Women,
superheroes. Yeah.
yeah,
So like maybe we see
get a
we
black
talked about
cat.
it before. No, what's her name? Silk will probably be
Oh
in it.
yeah. Silk, she's dope.
Maybe we see a silver sable.
Silver Sable.
So like I'm trying to think like what other badass women are, you know what I'm saying, in the Spider-Man universe. So like Silver Sable comes to mind, Silk comes to mind,
I think
Arachnid
that
comes to mind.
there was some chick with like 4 arms. That's X Men though, right? You know what I'm talking about? The chick with like 4 arms. I think that's X Men. She had like 4 arms, and she would have swords in all her hands. Google her real quick though, bro. You know what I'm talking, I can't think of her name,
Is it
but
Marvel?
yeah, I think she's X Men related though. She has 4 arms. I can't remember her name, but I know she has 4 arms, like Goro. And she could teleport. I had a hero clicks of her. She could like make portals, and she could teleport and stuff.
Mm.
Marvel. It's a Marvel female, 4 arms. I think she wore blue. I'm trying to remember her name. I had
And
a
it's
hero clip of her,
Marvel
bro.
for sure. Marvel character with four
Yeah,
arms.
yeah, yeah, for sure. She had 4 arms,
I
and
don't know nothing.
she could teleport. It's not popping up. Marvel
Let me
character,
see.
female, 4 arms. I want to remember. I want to know because I can't remember what set I got it from. I don't know if it was a Spider-Man set or an X-Men set. It was one of those two. And she would make portals, and then you could place them on the map or whatever. Like when you played, I can't remember her name.
Did
She was
she
a
have
Marvel.
like a
Yeah,
helmet?
yeah,
Yeah, her
yep,
name
yep.
is Spiral.
Yeah.
Let's
She
see.
X-Men.
X-Men. Yep. Some
Okay.
Mojo. She's in the Mojo storyline.
Okay. Yeah, I love. I like her. Hopefully, she can get into the X-Men movies. We got what's the Shatterstar or whatever. We got some Mojo World people in Deadpool. Well, one of them anyway.
This would be interesting. Man, I don't know. So are we gonna get Street Fighter or not?
I think so. I think I'll grab it.
Are you gonna pre-order? Or are there any pre-order bonuses?
I saw something about it, but like I'm not too into the game anyways. Where I think there's something matter to me, but I'm not sure. I didn't look too much into it. But I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't get it till next week.
All right, well, let me know. I'll get it
I
for
won't,
sure.
I won't get it this week, but I'll get it next
Dude, I
week.
have so many games. So I wanted to talk to you about this because I texted you. I thought it was funny. Zelda's so challenging, bro. Like the open worldness of it, because you can beat the game however you want. You can go straight to the end if you really wanted to. And like some parts are harder than others, but you don't
Yeah,
it's not linear at all. Like you don't have to go on a specific quest to do it. And then there's puzzles, there's infinite puzzles and
yeah.
shrines.
But it's
And
kind of like
then
Dead Out, no, right? Like you don't want to go into a specific
right,
spot if you ain't
because it's
leveled up
too
enough.
yeah, OP. But then they also have like this new mechanic called the Ultra Hand. They have a couple new mechanics, but Ultra Hand is crazy, bro.
You
So
can build
you
stuff, right?
can build whatever you want, dog. People are building like transformers, like tanks, planes. My building is real basic. Like most people are passing things by building bridges, just like these giant bridges, and they just get over wherever they need to. But I've made like sailboats and like a wind boat and like kind of like this air flying thing. It's cool, right? But like so
Yeah.
much time is spent just kind of trying to do shit like that. Like I've spent countless hours just trying to create a vehicle to like ride around, and I don't even have all the stuff I need for it because like you have to go find like a controller, like a lever
Yeah.
that you can control shit with. And I found them on the wild, but I haven't found a place to like make them yet, so I can't just
Yeah.
create them at will. And then it's a sequel, so like all the monsters are still leveled up in general. Dog, I get one hit all the time. If I don't like dodge constantly, I'm dying in one hit. It's crazy, bro. And then I haven't even started Star Wars, so I want to stream all of that stuff probably later in the
Oh,
night
you
too.
bought that?
So yeah, I bought it when I went to Mexico, and then I didn't play it while I was on the road.
The
But
game looks fire.
it does. It looks good. We're all in it. And then now season
I saw
5 of
Doc
that,
playing.
we're playing Apex now. There's just not enough time in the day. There's not enough time in the day. I need to win the lottery or for crypto to go crazy.
Yeah, we talking about Street Fighter, Brian. You got too many damn games, but see me, I don't really play nothing. So. Ain't nothing to me.
We haven't played WWE.
No, I thought
My
about that the other
dumbass
day.
bought that game twice. It's a cool game, but it definitely shouldn't have been bought twice.
Yeah, it is a cool game. I mean, I
Just
dig it. I should play it more, man. But them shooters should be. You
all
got
right, y'all. Well,
up.
thanks for stopping by today. The newest episode of the Nerd Related Podcast.
Wait, hold on. We can't leave yet.
Huh?
No, we gotta stretch it. We gotta stretch it.
Why?
We gotta talk about Silo. We gotta talk about Silo.
Oh,
we haven't talked about
shit.
Silo. We gotta we gotta at least give this 10, 15 minutes something.
It was just so organic when we got to talking about the cards that I completely forgot all about Silo altogether.
Yeah, rolling. Okay, so let me jump into it. So I remember what me and Brian were talking about last time. We were talking about like because the show is so like it opens more doors than it closes. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's been doing recently. But now we're getting into the meat and potatoes here. So there's a guy that was a mayor, and we were talking about like who do we think's killing people and stuff like that. My first thought was Judicial. I know they're up the dirt, and they finally showed right now that Judicial is all the dirt because Brian was saying that mayor had the most to gain, but I could see by the way he was talking to Common's character, he don't mess with Judicial because they want to do this the other way. Yeah. And the mayor was like, nah, I'm doing this. And Judicial, that guy was getting pissed off, so he ain't got nothing to do with it. It's all Judicial. Like I knew it was, man. They're dirt bags.
It's crazy. So Juliet is now officially the sheriff. This episode, probably the best episode so far. Because a lot of stuff happened and moves a lot. The pace is different. It's faster. But now we're trying to figure out, who killed the deputy. Oh, that's what I wanted to start with. So on the last episode when we were talking, I ended it with telling Ray, like, I don't think he's going to die. He just aimed the gun at him and he looked like he wanted to question him. Yep. Boy, was I wrong. The episode starts with that man under a cover, completely dead. I was like, and I know Ray I had off on Friday, so I watched it early. And I was texting Ray at work. I knew he hadn't watched it or whatever. But I was like, yo, this episode, nuts. And already out the gate, wrong. I was wrong in general.
They're knocking all the famous people out, too. Like, I never seen a show like this where, like, the most famous characters are gone.
So our main character, the sheriff, ends up convincing the deputy to help her in exchange for her helping him finding out who killed the mayor. So she finally has an ally, and the ally is taken from her within minutes of him agreeing to be an ally.
Yep.
And the whole episode is her trying to figure out who killed the deputy. And meanwhile, her new deputy assigned to her is from Judicial, and he was the guy that they wanted to be the sheriff. So the cards are stacking up against her. And it's this whole trust dynamic.
He seemed like he don't really like what Judicial is doing. No,
I agree with that.
From the things he was saying to her, he's like, hey, I just went to a meeting. They were saying this, that, and the other thing. You know what I'm saying? So if he was really, on a dirtball too, he wouldn't have said nothing. Like he's like letting her know things, stuff like that. He seems like a really, a good person, but you never know in this show.
Well, I think it's because his character seems more like there's people that are principled, right? Like
Yeah,
moral people. He seems very principled. Like he is about the pact. He knows the pact front to back. He's read it multiple times. He mentions it or quotes it throughout the episode when he's
yeah,
talking to her, or like other people are like, yo, he knows the pact. He should be with you. So he's in on it, right? So like,
yeah,
even if Judicial has some sort of influence over him, at the end of the day, that morality or that it's not morality, whatever, just that conviction, the belief
yeah,
of the pact is gonna supersede any of that because that's just how it is. That's the type of person he seems to be.
yeah.
I mean, super interesting. Like,
Dude, Common's character,
I love
woo,
it. I love him.
love him.
He's
Dude,
the
hey,
main
they did such a good
antagonist.
job at the end. For a while, I was like, dang, is he gonna let this dude live and go
Oh,
on without it?
I knew he wasn't.
No, but the whole time I'm thinking like he's gonna off this dude. But for a second, it had me thinking. I was like, damn, he really gonna let this screw up? Stay with the now. He's like, get your ass out of here.
So it's revealed that Judicial, and maybe not all of Judicial, but certain factions of it, like Common's character, is
Murderers.
into some grimy shit. So they probably killed George. They for sure killed the deputy.
And the mayor.
We don't know about the mayor yet. We know about the deputy. We don't know about the mayor. We
So
still
whoever
have
killed the
not.
mayor, killed that guy. That guy.
We
It was
have
that guy.
still have not uncovered that mystery. We know the deputy was murdered by dude, and we can assume that so was George because it was similar.
Yeah, he was about
But
to go murder the other dude too.
yeah, he
just
was
showed up to the
straight
wrong
going there to
address.
kill him.
Played his ass.
But one thing that was cool about the episode was that so we've gotten Juliet's backstory. I keep calling her that. Is that her name? I'm pretty sure that's her name. Is it Juliet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Nichols. Nichols. But in this character, in that brief moment before Ray was talking about where he kills his helper, his little assassin, we get a backstory on Common's character and the inner workings of how that judicial branch works. And I thought it was fascinating because so Common's dad was a janitor, right? In parentheses, if you're listening on audio and not watching. So he tells a story of a time where he was being bullied and he told his dad, and he was so mad that his dad didn't do anything about it. But the next week, his bully's dad was reassigned to a different part of the silo and basically knocked down a couple levels. And his dad asked him about the bully or whatever, and he realized that his dad had a lot of power. So there are factions here where you can't even tell your spouse what you do. So in his own home, his dad's house, his wife believed he was a janitor. And he wasn't a janitor. He was doing something completely different.
Not if you could do that.
So everyone has different roles, but within at least the judicial, there are super secret agent things going on. Common's character's out in the open, so he's not that, right? He's doing other things, but he has access to that world beyond the door, beyond the janitor door.
Some people are feeding him what to do, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, so he got that guy. The dude is dirt, and that guy kept messing up. But that's how much they don't care. Like, not that you don't care, but you see the Common guy, he's like, he ain't got no fear. Like he feels like he's untouchable. So,
and then Nichols shows her smarts, right? Her ability in this episode
she's
a lot.
Super smart.
I mean, we know she's an engineer. We know that she can fix things, but it's beyond that. It's her powers of deduction and being able to place and realize and put pieces of the puzzle together. So not only did she track down who they tried to frame, she figured out it wasn't him, hit him, and baited the rest of them to come out so that she could catch the real killer. She wasn't able to catch him. They ended up killing him, but it's very interesting how quickly
he almost killed her.
Yeah, dude, he almost threw her off the side of the thing. That was nuts. But from one episode to the other, going from is she capable of doing the job to holy shit, like she is out here
Yeah, she ain't
outsmarting
quitting.
the rest of them. She ain't
She
going
ain't
nowhere.
quitting. No, she's invested now.
It's
The show's
interesting. I mean,
amazing.
her path is clearly beyond this. Like,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna read the book at some point. My wife's like, bro, you bought all these books and haven't read them. I'm like, I don't want to get ahead of the TV
I'm
show.
watching the show though. I can't. You know what I'm
But I
saying?
think her path is gonna lead towards like being the mayor. I think she becomes the mayor of the silo. It just makes sense to me because where she started being a doctor's daughter, she's been able to live in the middle, at the bottom, and now at the top. And I don't feel like many people have had that experience. So when it
Yeah.
comes to people
It makes you a
voting
better
for you,
person.
right? And when it comes, because it's a vote, they don't just select it, like people vote for the mayor. I think she has enough influence at each of those levels to be voted in as the, and maybe
Yeah.
not at the top right now as a sheriff, but as time goes on and she's solving murders and just being more visible, like it's just,
Yeah.
to me that's just logical step.
If you guys aren't watching Silo, you need to be watching Silo. I mean, if you like the kind of, if you like, because it's sci-fi, but you know, not sci. When you think of sci-fi, you think of like aliens and outer space and whatever. Like, but also it's not just that.
No,
But
it's a dystopian show in the
yeah, yeah,
future where the world ended. It's just the mystery. Like if you're into mystery, even not sci-fi, but you're just into
yeah,
mystery
yeah. It's
and
like a
like
thriller too.
mystery
Yeah,
solving, like this is the show. Apple is killing it right now.
yeah.
And the new mayor, the acting mayor, there's so many layers to him too. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
know
I
what he's
still feel
not.
like he has something to do with it, but like he's starting to peel some of it away, and he's like talking to Nichols about helping. And dude,
Yeah.
the funeral scene was cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
they ended up burying them together, even though it's against the rules, the mayor and the deputy, because they weren't technically approved,
Yeah.
right? They weren't
Well, the
approved to
mayor,
be.
he's smart though too. He's like, hey, let's do this to take away from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's
I mean,
ready.
that
Whatever. He was waiting. He's ready.
the funeral
He's ready
scene
for
was
his
cool
role.
because of how they do it. There's this big ass room, and basically, when you die, you go back into the dirt, and they use you as fertilizer to grow more plants. And there's like this giant room full of trees, like apple trees and like all kinds of different fruits. And each one of those trees is basically like a tomb or a body that at some point
Yeah.
died, which is
Yeah.
again that it's another layer, but it's peeling back the everyday life within the silo. It's not just about the murders or solving George's murder or even what's outside. Like every episode, we get more and more about like the dude that they've tried to frame. So his wife died, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they went to go visit him initially, this is why they framed him. They went to his house, but it wasn't his house anymore because his wife died. So they reassigned him to a smaller house and gave that house to another couple. And that's why the judicial fucked up because that
Yeah.
paperwork was never there. No one filed it correctly. But even that small detail of like what happens, right? Like his wife
Yeah.
died and they had to downsize him. He didn't choose that. Like it was chosen for him. And that's super interesting.
Yeah. I can't. My girl trying to watch it the other day. She's like, let's watch an episode. So I was like, we watched it already. She's like, no, we didn't. But she's like, oh, we did watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
So
good. Show's very good.
I want my wife to watch it, but it's like she's gonna ask a million questions. Like she's one of those questions askers, and like, I don't know.
Oh, you can't
I
answer
don't
nothing.
So you know what I'm saying?
Who made this? Why are they there? We don't know. We don't know. Just the basic questions.
Yeah,
We
like,
don't
I have no idea the answer to anything you're asking.
The only thing I can tell people is that they've been there their whole entire life. That's the only thing I can tell.
140 years. They've been in the silo for 140 years.
And I don't even know what happened. I think it was like
right. We don't even know why they're in there.
Yeah. So I can't wait, man. It gets deeper and deeper. And then the reason why the books, I don't know if you should read them because I don't know if they're bouncing in between books or they're just doing one book. You know, they could be all over the place.
Right. I don't know.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But
yes,
another thing I was thinking of is like, Another thing I was thinking about was because so think of Hunger Games, right? It's another
Mhm.
dystopian type show. And for some reason, this came to mind while I was watching this episode. But like in the Hunger Games, I don't know if you watched any of the movies or
Yeah,
read the
all three.
books. I read the books.
I watched all three.
There was a district that was blown up, right? And like
Hmm.
didn't exist. And at the end, it was still there and nobody knew except for them. And they were more advanced technologically.
Yeah.
The chick was an asshole and ended up being a bad guy in general, but it was, I don't know why that popped in my head. I feel like this isn't the only silo. It can't be. And at some point, that has to come up as she keeps investigating. Because think about it. So like she's going into the water. There's a big ass tunnel down there. We know that for a fact because that's what
Yeah,
George
where'd that
found.
go?
Where does it go? Right? Like where does it and why is it there? So by the end of the season, we're gonna have to have the answer to those questions, or at least end it where she's in that tunnel doing something. But I don't know. I can't shake that at some point there's gonna be another silo somewhere. Maybe it's when they go outside, right?
I
Like,
can't
cause
shake to think that those people ain't really dead that went outside.
I don't know. I think they're dead. I think outside is messed up, but who knows?
I think the footage is doctored. Like they're
I mean, the
doctoring
footage is doctored. I would agree with that. I just don't know if they for sure are alive. Because why? I mean, the camera is doctored. We know that. We've seen it flicker sometimes and change, and people don't really notice. But
Hmm.
the fact that we're talking about this week in and week out, and the mystery of it, and how many questions there are, and how many answers we don't have. I mean, again, Apple's killing it with this show. It's really good. Really
Really
good.
good.
So tune in. What days is it? Fridays. Tune in on Fridays to check that out. Now for real this time. Thanks for watching and for listening to the Nerd Related Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you share individually. Ray and I had a bunch of followers on our personal page. We decided to make this a joint venture on Nerd Related, and I've noticed not many people have came over. So if you're following me on Lobo Malo NR, all 1,200 of you, make sure you make that venture over to the Nerd Related page so we can keep growing this channel together. Hopefully create a community where you guys can come chat with us. Maybe we can bring you guys on to some podcasts too.
Yeah. That'd be great. And I had over like 300 people on my Party Panda thing too, so I don't seem like they crossed over at all either.
Crossover, y'all. Tell your friends, tell your brother, tell your mom, tell your family,
Like,
everybody.
Share, follow. Let's keep this thing going. Let's get bigger, better.
Let's get it, y'all. Appreciate it. See
Peace. Stay nerdy.